Kala ko may pusa. Alam nyo, nung bata ako, tuwing my birthday, lagi ako nananalo ng prize. Sobrang galing ko dun sa game na yung pahabaan ng happy birthday. Happy birthday, Richard! Let's go! Ayan na. Ito na, okay na. Hindi na kita.
Siyempre, nag-prepare tayo, di ba?
Oo nga. Hiyang-hiya naman ako sa eyeshadow na kumikilos. Yes. Pinauna ko sila kasi mahilig magkwentuhan yung mga crew. Hindi tayo makakapag-vlog. Anyways, as I was saying, I was in Boracay mga 2 months ago to do my certification ng Wave 1 Multi-Nose Freediving. And the more I went through yung course, andun pa rin sila. The more I went through yung course, the more I realized na yung instructor ko, yung freedive instructor ko, was actually teaching me to become a better pilot. Siyempre guys, coffee muna before we start working. Nakakatuwa, sobrang bigat ng flight. Take off weight namin 218 tons or 218,000 kilograms. One more cargo door to go. Pag close niyan, alis na tayo. So let's go. 2.5 minutes personal best. So before every dive, I beat my instructors at Freedive Boracay for some stretching, some warm-ups, and some exercises.
As low as it can go.
You want, this is parang gym for your equalization.
This gadget is the equalization trainer that we'll be using.
I want you to inflate the balloon with your mouth, right?
Just like in flying, your body will experience changes in atmospheric pressure as you go deeper into the dive. You will have to equalize your ears to compensate for this. And if you don't, you will experience a pain in your ears similar to what you will feel when you are on a plane.
Congratulations! Nanalo ka!
On the ground pa lang, hirap na ako mag-equalize. And it will have a bad effect sa dive ko, as you will see later in this episode.
Dapat magaling ako dito.
Pero yung classmate ko, kayang-kaya. This is my second attempt to dive, but you guys haven't met my instructor, my freedive instructor, si Miss Bing.
Hi.
Hi. So Miss Bing, how long have you been freediving?
I've been freediving since 2014.
So that is pinagmat mo pa.
You did a math.
8 years.
8 years, yes.
8 years. Okay, may kinento si Miss Bing. Yung how to equalize yung ears.
Yes.
Tell us about the Frenzel maneuver.
I was excited to tell you about it because the Frenzel equalization was really invented by bomber pilots in World War II in 1938. If I
Si Herman Frenzel.
Herman Frenzel.
Yeah.
The planes before
We're not pressurized.
were not pressurized. The cockpits were like the pressure could change, right?
Uh-oh.
So when they would
Dive
really dive down with the plane, and what happens is they had to quickly equalize their ears fast, and that's how they invented or came up with the Frenzel maneuver, or something to be invented for flying, and then you can apply it in the water. That's really, really cool.
Before we dive deeper into this episode, let's first find out what freediving is. Freediving is diving deep underwater without the use of breathing apparatus. Normally, non-freedivers can dive down to around 6 meters, but I want to push myself and get trained to dive deeper to a depth of 12 meters or almost 40 feet. Wala pa yan guys, because the world record for the deepest free dive is 214 meters or 702 feet. About what I've been telling the viewers is that I saw a lot of similarities between free diving and flying an airplane. So a lot of the concepts that you just taught me the other day were taught to me in flying school as well, just in a different way. Let's start with yung first muna. Visualization. What is visualization?
You close your eyes and then you imagine the perfect dives. A lot of athletes do this technique, right? Where they visualize that they're doing it in a perfect way. So that in reality, it's like you're fooling your body into doing
Na
something
parang ginawa mo na.
na perfect. Yeah, it's parang familiar na.
Sa amin naman, we call that bunk flying. So when you're a student pilot, they really advise you to lie on your bed, close your eyes, and imagine flying the plane. Imagine what you're
Exactly.
doing.
Yeah,
So if you don't visualize or bunk fly beforehand, pag nandun kayo, baka ma-shock kayo na ano nga ba yung gagawin ko?
Yeah, you're really in that moment.
Okay, so before we dive, let's meet our classmates. Hello to my classmates! And my buddy Verma.
Hi.
Both of us are trying to get our Wave 1 certification. That's why you have a buddy system there.
Your body's life is also in your hands.
Oo.
Because when they run into trouble, if you're the safety diver, you're responsible for the safety of your body coming up from a dive.
So as you can see, Verma here pushing her limits with just one breath. And that's why we have a buddy system to ensure the safety of your partner. Sa airline flying naman, that's why you have two pilots in the cockpit. Medyo buddy system kami. Actually, we call one guy the pilot flying. The other guy is the pilot monitoring. So he does not only monitor the airplane, but also what the other guy is doing.
Yeah.
For the critical maneuvers, for example, takeoff and landing, meron kaming mga gates. Pagdating ng 100 knots, which is 200 kilometers per hour, we say 100 knots. The other guy should say, check. If he doesn't reply, ibig sabihin he's zoning out na.
So it's very similar.
We cannot understate the importance of a pilot monitoring. Just because you're not flying a plane doesn't mean hindi important yung job mo. So just like in free diving, check in on your body, check in on your body, check in on your pilot flying or your co-pilot. Kasi you will be the one who will see if there's something wrong with your body. So that's one thing na talaga nakita kong similarity between free diving and flying a plane. Pero I like what you said, yung dive within your limits. Kasi isa yan sa pinakaunang tinuturo sa flying. So the instructor always says, know your plane and know your own limits.
Yeah, you really have to, work within your limits. See where you're comfortable.
Yung sabi mo sa akin, you progress in your own time.
Yeah.
Na you don't push yourself
Yeah.
beyond what you know you can do.
Yeah.
So just like in free diving, for you to be successful in your training to become a pilot and to progress your career as a commercial pilot, you have to be able to know your limits and to push them gradually. Kasi remember that just like free diving, flying in itself inherently is dangerous. Humans were not made to fly. But if you know your limits, you should be able to safely push them. Actually, hindi nga push more of like nudge higher and higher and higher. Kasi itong small nudges will eventually equate in you becoming better at whatever you choose to do. So always remember that it doesn't matter if you're scuba diving, skydiving, free diving, or flying a plane, always know your limits para alam nyo how to push yourselves safely and progress over time. It's hard to explain the feeling that you get when you watch others succeed while you are failing, yung kahit you're giving it 100%, hindi mo pa rin talaga kaya. And this feeling of defeat, of being stuck, is something that you need to get used to if you want to be a pilot. It's something that I have personally experienced sa flying school pa lang and even in the airline. And it's something that you have to be okay with. Sabi nga ni Turing, just because you had a bad day doesn't mean you're a bad pilot or you're bad at whatever you're doing. So as you can see here, parang no matter how much I tried, I could not equalize my ears. Hindi ako makadive ng nakabaliktad. And when I tried to dive ng nakatayo, ayaw talaga mag-equalize and it was starting to get painful. And no matter how much Bing cues me, as you can see here, hindi talaga kaya. So almost after 2 minutes underwater, I decided to call it quits and just go to the surface na lang. And can I be honest, kanina, when I took a break, kanina when we were diving, I took a break, sabi ko I needed a drink of water. I was getting so frustrated. I was getting so frustrated because I was around of other student freedivers. We were all in the same level, pero hindi ko magawa yung ginagawa nila.
Yeah.
So that is when it is important to know your limits.
Yeah.
Lalo na pag nakikita mo, ay nagagawa nila, kailangan magawa ko rin yon.
You don't want to compete with other people.
Oo.
You want to just, work out what's happening with you.
Yun nga sa flying school, guys, you will be together with other student pilots then who may be progressing faster than you are. There may be even a time na parang maiiwan ka na nila sa lessons, pero progress on your own pace. Miss Bing, invite mo naman sila sa dive.
Yeah, if you go to Boracay, right, or you want to take a course, you can take your courses with us. We teach apnea total and Molchanovs. And if you already took a course or you took your intro already and you just want to practice or train, you can also do fun dives with us. So send us a message. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram. It's very easy to remember. Freedive Boracay.
Freedive Boracay. Okay. So ang aking classmate for today, or for the past 2 days, si Birma. So how does it feel na naabot mo na yung 13-meter requirement? Ilan yun? 39 feet.
Yeah, it's so good. Yes, because it pushes you to the limits, to your limit. Kalaban mo ay sarili mo, kaya ko pala.
Alam mo, sinabi nung friend ko kahapon, hindi ko alam kung ba't ginawa mo yan, ang hirap-hirap yan. Ang sagot ko sa kanya, daming nakaubad na lalaki. Kasabay na akin, ito, ayun. ito, ayun. Hindi, ayaw naman talaga namin freedive eh.
Ora pala.
Ora yung habol namin.
Our in-house Jason Momoa.
Daming nakaubad na lalaki.
Mr. Jason Momoa. Baba naman ang basis ang ganun lang.
Baka mo huli tayo dito.
Kilig ako. What do you love most about freediving?
Two things. The challenge, because it always pushes your limits. If you want to, you can push your limits. And the freedom of diving without tank or anything.
What it takes to be a successful freediver and in anything is determination. Doesn't matter if you're a natural, if you're a total beginner, as long as you have the determination and the will to push forward and seek for your own growth.
There's something very satisfying about overcoming a big challenge. Parang it's the same with scuba, flying. You know it's hard, pero once you overcome it, parang shit, sarap na feeling. Paano? I'll see you
Ayun.
kung san-san ha,
Yes.
sa Batangas,
Yes, anywhere in the Philippines.
anywhere,
Try freediving here in Boracay.
Scarborough, charot.
Ayun, so thank you again guys for watching all the way to the end. Let us know kung gusto niyo itong bagong format ng vlog namin. And I hope may natutunan kayo sa vlog na ito. And remember that a lot of the skills na pagiging pilot, hindi niyo mababasa sa book. Or it's not implicitly stated sa mga references or sa mga videos na mapapanood nyo. Yung mga body system or checking on your co-pilot. Na lahat yan, sana moving forward, din yung ma-share namin sa mga future vlogs. Again, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'm Pilot Mike, and this is the Pilot Talk Show. Bye-bye!